Okay, so I'm gonna be answering the first and the second question. So what did Kira do right when evaluating her team? Where does she need improvement? So I remember when I was reading about the evaluation, she did not measure anything about like she just judged them. And I think we can clearly see that she didn't know her team and that she entered there and she was like, oh, these people are like did this lower rating and this and that. And like she just created new processes and stuff without talking to the team, which for me was really wrong because she didn't talk with them. And like she talked with them afterwards and they all basically blamed it on her and were like, you're not talking with us, you're not telling us what to do good and all these things. And so for improvement, I would just say that she needs to actually talk with her team and know who's part of their team and yeah, basically that. And then for the second question is, what are some possible reasons Kira's team might not have performed to her expectations? What obstacles has she created? Well, she has created obstacles for herself, basically. She literally added more things for her plate that she could handle. She literally that she could do like these team meeting and these other team meeting and all this other stuff, and she was not focusing on her actual team where she had to like be a leader. She was just like, oh yeah, yo, they'll work out. Like I've been with them last week and whatever. But she like basically in the whole case study, they barely mentioned people from the team. They only mentioned it when she was doing the performance overview. And like for me, some of the reasons are that Kira wasn't being a leader. Like she was not there helping them and coaching them and leading them in the way that she was supposed to. Yeah.
And then now that the second quarter is over, Kira has the opportunity to make some sound changes and give some feedback to her team. How should she do that? So I think what she should probably do to start giving feedback to her team is she should probably take a look at all of their like their sales and like their KPIs and make sure that like they're either working towards their goals or not working towards their goals. And she should probably like tell them what they can do to improve and try to like part of that feedback she should explain how she can be of help to them. And then two. Okay. And then I'm doing the next question, right? Am I doing? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so what should Kira do after the feedback meetings with her teammate members? So after the feedback meetings, she should write down what was spoken about in those meetings and then create goals for herself and for her team on where she wants to move in the forward or in the future. That way, when they have discussions again later on down the road, they can review how they were doing before and then compare that to what's going on now. And yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you, Daniel. What are some motivational methods besides financial incentives that Kira should consider? I don't think that she took the time to understand what was the why and the reason why people were motivated, the purpose behind their actions. So I think that one of the main reasons and why it didn't work out is because they did not have a time where they could assess what they needed and what they wanted. So I think that besides financial incentives, and I think that the question, it's a really good question because I don't think that people are always motivated by financial incentives nor by motivational speech, but when they're given a purpose that is meaningful to them, I think that makes a difference when they have to do something.